Hi, I'm an angry fucking nerd. This podcast is fucking awesome, and you suck if you don't listen every single fucking week. Listener discretion is advised.
Daniel, I want to ask, because my cooch is dying, and it's...
Yeah.
And what, and I don't...
What have you been doing to it if it's dying?
Well, the dog pees all over it.
Okay. Well, that's probably why.
It's a reasonable excuse.
Yeah, nitrogen burns. Try to keep the dog off it, and yeah, you'll probably see results.
Welcome to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
We're your friends. We're not like the others, man. Really.
And we're here for, public service stuff like that, how to keep your cooch from dying.
And burning.
Yeah, you don't want your cooch to burn.
The burning cooch.
Terrible to burn your cooch.
See, Nancy isn't here for one night, and we're already in the gutter.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do these now.
All hell is going to break loose now.
I'm just shutting down.
Oh, it's fine. we're getting right into the beers tonight, but we will let you know that if you haven't noticed, Mr. Diego is here.
Yeah.
Woo, baby.
Famous for the band Coverfire and TK2.
Isn't that a beer in 5 minutes? Come on, I feel bad.
Yes.
So we're going to get into all of that. There's lots of stuff coming up.
We're doing Newcastle because they reformulated it. Now it's not made in
Newcastle?
In Newcastle anymore. It's made in California and Illinois.
Was it done in Newcastle?
UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've
But
expanded.
now they just do it here. They sold it a bunch of times.
Well, that's like Coors when they used to be
Yeah.
Golden Colorado, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden it was like, no.
Every fucking word.
But I must say, this is the ugliest looking label I've ever seen.
It's a bad label.
It's a weird label. Yeah.
I don't want to be signed to this label.
It's a new label and new bottles and new formulation. It
smells good.
It's not as hoppy as it used to be, and they don't use whatever the hell they used
Sorry, I brushed my teeth a half an hour ago.
to make it brown now.
Look, it actually matches my bandana.
It does. You peachy fool.
I know.
There you go.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is great.
That's actually pretty good, though.
Yeah, I love this stuff.
I have decided, Jim, that I do not like the bourbon cask.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Nancy and I had a long conversation about it.
that stuff from last week.
We were like, it's got a lot of alcohol overtones.
Well, it has 12% alcohol in it.
See?
Yeah.
But in any event, that's just a conclusion we came to.
Did you want to change your?
Nah, I'm going to leave it.
All right. So what do you think?
Let next year guy deal with it.
Yeah. What do you guys think of this?
Let me take another sip.
I'm giving it a 10. I love this shit.
I'm giving it a 10 too.
Nice. Look at that.
Listen,
Like a TK2.
Listen, I was just drinking High Life at Screwballs, so this is really good.
About an infinity.
I was drinking $3 High Lifes, so.
Uh-oh.
What do you think? 1 to 10. Give it a 10.
He's adding up. He's using what was that?
Hey, Jim.
What was that that thing in the 70s where you used your fingers to count?
I don't know. I used to know how to do
onomatopoeia or
It
something.
was, you had to do the.
Yeah, I want to
What is
remember how
that?
to do that.
And then people were using the abacus too. Jim Naffis in the room.
Yep.
He's talking about Landman.
8.5.
8.5. Okay.
I can't. Yeah,
That's a high rating.
Well, the label takes off a whole point.
Oh, for
Nah,
fuck's
you
sake.
can't do that. You can't do that. Because if we put it in a glass, you wouldn't know any different.
I don't have it in the glass.
If we had put it in
See,
a
that's
glass,
in the glass. Don't look at that. Look at this.
just look at the brownness.
The brownness.
Revel in the brownness.
Nah, it's good. That's good stuff. That's
Actually, it is good. Okay, I'll give it a 9.
all right.
All right, I'll give it a 9.
We're feeling better now.
There's no aftertaste that weird that
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
brown ales.
I liked it when the older formulation was a little hoppier, but it's still just.
Oh, we got a fan of Triple Rail Train, and I've seen their stuff around. I've never seen the band. TRT is what I see. They have a female vocalist, I think, in the band, and maybe a male vocalist too. I don't know, but I've seen their stuff around, but I've never had the opportunity to see them because I don't usually travel extremely far to go see bands. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I venture outside of this vicinity to go see bands.
All right.
You know, trying to expand the horizons of my band so you kind of reach out to other areas. But most of the time, I'm at
Wait, what areas are you
Screwballs.
touching? What are you reaching for?
depends on the place.
For some
You
of
know,
these areas and stuff?
Old School has expanded into the Lansdale area pretty heavily lately. We have some Levittown shows. We used to have a lot of shows out toward the Reading area. We only have like one place out there now. I think it's the Pagoda Motorcycle.
Are you guys doing that one?
We do it once or twice a year.
The club?
Good people, a lot of fun. We usually do their Halloween show. Jim Naffis just brought up Johnny O, and I wanted to touch upon that. Johnny O and the Classic Dogs of Love. What an amazing band! It was like a horn band. Used to go see them all in Center City area, like it was all on the waterfront, Delaware Avenue, and stuff like that. And it's not ironic.
Rock Lobster.
Yeah, Rock Lobster. Saw them there a bunch.
Yep.
And on South Street, there were a couple places I saw them. Used to practice at RPM Studios back in the day.
Oh.
And Johnny O, most of our practice nights, for whatever reason, however it worked out, we lined up with his. You always knew when Johnny was there because he had a Jeep that was lifted with a 4x4 kit, the whole lift kit. I don't know how he got in the damn thing. I mean, he must have had a ladder or something. Seriously, it was pretty high off the ground. And he wasn't a big guy, if I remember correctly, but my memory's not that great of him.
I don't remember.
But all I know is that
very long
band
time.
blew my doors off every time I saw them. Great band. Awesome. What do we got going on here?
What's that?
Shot of Southern. Well, yeah.
You talking about the country bands around there, yeah?
Of course, Shot of Southern. Those guys, they fill bars, man.
Yeah, they do.
They're a bar.
I know. I go down to
dream.
get drunk, and I look in there, and it's too full, and I can't fit.
Well, they don't. Now they only do acoustic duos down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, down at Screwballs. They don't. The full band does not come there anymore.
No?
They probably can't get enough people in the room.
It's too small.
Yeah.
For them. They've been doing a lot of stuff at Sweeney's, which works very well. Sweeney's is an excellent room because it's got a lot of depth.
Yeah, you can fill.
You can really fill
kind
it
of
in.
tube out to the other bar.
I think I saw a Shot of Southern at 2 outdoor venues, and they're like private clubs. I saw them at they do a couple of biker events.
Sure. Yeah.
But they're amazing.
They are
I
amazing.
love
Great
them.
band. Great guys.
Really good.
Good stuff, man.
Really good.
And then there's that other band that's been coming up, Y'all or Nothing. They're kind of hitting the ground running. They were playing this. Was it this weekend? I think they played at the. I don't know. I'm busy.
Yeah, you got shit going on.
I got shit going on. I'm out doing my own thing, and then when I'm not, I'm out seeing guys like this guy.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for coming out.
You're
I
welcome.
so appreciate it. You too, Jim.
Yeah, you noticed I was there, eh?
Yeah, I noticed you were there. I look over there. You guys are talking back and forth. You guys had some deep conversations.
Well, we could hear
going
everything
on
that was
sometime.
going on.
Well, I was talking to Mike about why this thing gets crinkly.
What did he say about that?
It's because we're going over.
Is it a scuzzy wire issue?
It's not a SCSI. Nobody uses SCSIs anymore. The USB that goes to the board.
It looks scuzzy.
My computer runs a show. Like it broadcasts the show.
It's too much.
So
it's too much, I tell you.
Everything is coming out through the mics and through everything else into that and into my computer. But the sound I'm playing from my computer is going out as well, and there's not enough bandwidth across the pipe.
So what we gotta do? Well, what we gotta do?
Get a whole nother machine to run stuff. So I'm like, I don't play that much anyway.
Well, tell me.
What's that say? Throw money at it?
I'm getting a new computer in the next year, so tell me. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, I could always bring that piece of shit that I have that used to run.
But
the
let me
show.
know what requirements I need. Maybe I'll make it.
Really, no. I mean, it's only if I want to play sound.
Because we could put it on my new computer.
Like if I want to do something like this.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up.
That's fine because it's not very long. But if I play
Hello,
like
Darlene.
the intros, it gets crunchy.
So Jim Naffis is asking, what's your favorite place to play, Diego? He's asking me too, of course. And Jim, I don't know if you play.
I sometimes play.
Right now, I really do like Screwballs. I've only played there a handful of times, but I really am enjoying it.
Hello, Darlene.
It's a great room.
It is a really neat room. We have good crowd. The bartenders are awesome. Everybody's so nice. It's just a really good place.
Good vibe.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
So
Just don't sit down
vibe.
at the door end of the bar in the afternoons.
He's talking about playing,
throw
not
your
sitting,
ass out.
but,
No, but like I said, and then we're playing with you guys next week
at the water
next tower. Week? I think it's the next week. We're playing with you guys at the water tower.
This is where I fail. I fail. The 24th.
You have reminders set up. You're okay.
Yeah.
So it's the week after. No,
it's next week. It's not this weekend. It's the following weekend.
I got a lot of work.
It's 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yes.
We got to talk all that stuff up.
Yeah, and and now we have this whole thing. It's crazy, but we actually got offered this place in Maryland, some campsite in Maryland.
Oh, sweet!
In August.
Do it.
So, we are going.
Do it.
We're going. We're crashing that place. So yeah, we're playing in Maryland in August 2nd or something like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just make a whole weekend out of it.
That's the way to do it.
And it's gonna be it's right on the water. Hey, that's right. You got a place in Maryland, don't you?
Yeah.
It's Elk View campsite or something like that.
Is it in Cecil County or in?
I'm not. It's right all the way down at the end of a peninsula. Or something
that's
like
where
that.
our house is.
Is it?
Yeah, our house is in. It's in. What happened to my brain?
I couldn't even tell you exactly where it's at.
Well, it's along the Elk River and the Little Elk Creek.
I'm gonna find it.
Northeast Maryland is where.
Elkview Shore or no?
No, Elk. My wife will know.
Elkview Campground.
Yeah, I think that's it.
But it didn't come up with anything.
It's Elk something campground.
Yeah, there's only one place that can
Elk
be.
Neck.
Yeah, it's all the way
Neck.
down at the end. It's a campsite.
And there's a lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's got to be Elk Neck. It's down on the.
That's it.
That's where we live there.
You live there?
We don't live there. We have a house there. We live there
well,
sometimes.
we gotta get together. You gotta tell me
Give
where
me the address.
Going,
I'll send look at it.
Because our Death Star bathroom should be in operation by then.
Oh.
We're still building the shower.
When you flush the toilet, does it go?
No. You got to drop the bombs.
So Jim's saying, so he's talking about, for him, his number one was Dobbs, the Empire, and then the former Wildwood North in Ben Salem. Well, I'll tell you what, if we're going to go talk about places that aren't there anymore, my favorite place to play of all time was the Empire Rock Club. Bar none. That's it. That was my favorite place. We headlined there. I loved it. I love playing the Galaxy. I love playing the Empire. I said that. The Cell Block. Cell Block was an excellent room. Hoppy Riddle on sound. And, of course, I actually probably just above the Empire in terms of a place that was a nice place to play was PJ's Red Garter. That was my absolute favorite bar to play in terms of knowing everybody. You know, the bartender was just the most awesome guy. You'd walk in, he knew, here you go, Paul. And whatever beer I was drinking that month, he knew. He had it up on the bar. But in current state, for me, my favorite place to play currently is, of course, Screwballs. I enjoy playing at Peppers.
It's nice being able to crawl home.
I used to love playing at the Rib House when we played there. It was that room's got vibe out the ass, man. That place is fucking cool to play. It's a little tight.
I was going to say it's tiny.
It's a little tight.
Yeah, it's real tight.
Sweeney's I always enjoyed.
Grab a spot by the toilet.
And I really used to love playing at Nick's Woodhaven a lot.
Yeah.
That was a great spot when they expanded the stage. And Nick's Cotman was great too. Let's see. Okay, we want to get really crazy. I played
Stardust. I wish that
played
place
the
was
TLA back in the day with Old School. That was probably my favorite gig we ever did because it was just pro. Everything about it was pro.
Yeah, Jim mentioned the Stardust in Wildwood that doesn't exist anymore.
I think I was there one time.
Oh, I used to go there every time when I was old enough. Every time I went down there, I would go into that place.
Oh,
because it was a big place.
He brought up a good one, the Creekside in Limerick.
We used to before it was the Creekside.
It was what was it called?
It was called the Sand Trap.
Yes,
and
it was the Sand Trap or 19th Hole or something like.
It was the Sand Trap.
Sand Trap.
And
yeah, that's
Old
it.
School was a staple in there. There and the Peanut. We used to really pack
good
them
spots.
In. The Peanut was our one of our biggest rooms.
Peanut was a tragedy when that place closed.
It was. It was every time we played there, you couldn't walk in there.
Yeah,
I missed that.
And people still danced.
Yeah, I don't know what they did. They must.
I got to say hello to Darlene.
Yep.
Darlene Zaminsky, really good friend of mine.
I used to go to the barn.
So hope Joe So Joey said hello. So, yeah, really good friends of ours. Joe's an original guy. All originals.
Oh, yeah.
He is an original. We were in a cover band not many moons ago, up to like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And he was just like,
2 moons
I'm done with covers. He is only originals. So he's got some really good tunes.
Yeah.
Really, really good tunes, actually. And we're going to actually do some recordings.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're going to do some recordings. So you're going to be hearing that stuff coming out.
Nice.
And he's got this thing with a Delco radio station that's coming out. So I can't wait to get that thing going. That's going to be a lot of fun, because me and you are both original guys.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I love covers. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy
It's fun.
I enjoy covers because I like watching people dance and really get into it. It's like, oh, I
Drunk
remember
guy in
this
the back
song.
singing it.
Yeah, it's like, I remember this song when I was this age, and you know what I mean? People going crazy.
Sure.
Like, it brings back memories, these covers. But, a buddy of mine once said, you can't have covers without originals. At some point.
I like doing originals in a way that the way Van Halen did them. Now, I'm not saying my band does, because we don't. We do some
change them up a bit.
We do a little bit of interpretation.
Yeah.
But I always enjoyed the way, when you listen to You're No Good from Van Halen, there's barely any reference to the original at all. It's just, and look what they did with You Really Got Me. There's scores of people that have no idea that was a Kinks song, and it was a huge Kinks song to begin with, because I knew it from that first as a kid, and then I heard the Van Halen version and went, oh, shut the door.
Yeah.
That is...
You did.
I know.
It's awfully tame.
Shut the door.
Shut the front door.
Shut the door.
Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, Darlene brought the barn up. The barn in Ben Salem.
Yeah.
Jeez and crackers.
I know the last time I was
for
there.
fuck's sake, guys.
It was, what?
The barn.
I know, but everybody's mincing these words. Just say fucking shit a couple of times. We're fine.
Okay.
Hey, Ariana.
Ariana.
How are you doing at school?
You didn't weld your fingers shut, did you?
Hell of an artist, too, man.
Oh, yeah. Her drawings are amazing.
That was great.
That's unbelievable. Yo, bring those home and sell them, please.
I was pissed because when I saw him, I was drawing a stick figure and I fucked it up.
I believe it.
So you are here tonight. Diego's here for a number of reasons, and one of the reasons is we have a show coming up. Both our bands, Coverfire and Old School, next Saturday, the 25th.
Yes,
January 25th, 2025. We'll be at the Water Tower. We're having a big old show there, and it's going to be cool, man. Some surprises for that show for sure.
This is the first time I'll be sharing the stage with your new.
You've played there
lead.
before, though. You played there.
Oh no, I played there.
With
We
Resurrection,
played there before,
right?
yeah. But this is the first time I'll be playing. Well, I played with Tommy Deck over there.
Yeah.
So who's going to be with you guys today? That day
we're going to have Deej on vocals that night. Tommy was supposed to do the show with us. Tommy's having a medical issue right now, so he was supposed to play with us this Friday and next Saturday. Unfortunately, he's got some stuff going on, so he can't do it.
Okay.
So,
well, this will be the first time that me and her actually shared the stage.
That's cool.
Which I'm fucking stoked.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be a good fucking time.
I think
Look,
so.
I said fucking time. Did you
my
feel
nipples.
that?
Yeah.
Your nipples got hard.
I could etch glass.
So I'll tell you this. The one thing that I like about playing with your band is your boy gets to use my amp. We share amps.
Oh my
cabinets.
God, he just he's been talking about that on our stream. Greg,
Yeah,
Greg
Greg.
Ferris has been talking about that. I can't wait to go play with that monster amp.
So I'm also I've been toying with the idea of bringing, if I can get the car cleared up, maybe bringing the one that I usually have and then bringing this beast. So I might bring both.
Oh Jesus!
And fire the whole Death Star off. Not that you can turn it up. It's like it's pointless, but it's fun.
Yeah, I think the lights will dim too.
Rip out some people's film.
We were playing the Rib House one time, and Mark had an old Plexi with him. And you know what Plexi is?
Yes,
The Marshall. And there was something a little askew, and it literally shut the whole place down. The power went out.
But I'll tell you right now, Greg has been stoked. He's like, dude, I can't wait to fucking play. I was like, yeah, it's got a great venue. No, you don't understand. I'm going to be playing with Adler stuff. So he's very excited about that.
It's cool, man.
It's like a little kid.
Don't even talk to me about Kemper's, Mr. Trevor. That shit is fucking. Listen. If it works for some people, it does. And if I was touring the world and I had to go in an airplane and carry it in my suitcase, I would figure out a way. But oy vey.
Thinking if you were going on a plane, somebody would carry your shit for you.
No, there's a lot of guys that they have what they call fly rigs, and Steve Vai and some of these guys they don't bring anything. Well, maybe not Steve Vai, but Richie Kotzen has a fly rig. I know. I've read about it. He's talked about it. But these guys, they take just a minimal amount of stuff and then they rent stuff, and that's another thing that goes on. A lot of guys rent amps. My recs are not. They're not normal. I have EL34s, which are a different type of tube than what they put in a stock, and I have them modified for the effects loop. Now the newer ones, they have that mod built in, but so I could probably get by with it, no problem. Listen, if you have enough time, you can dial anything in.
Oh yeah.
So,
Hi, Patricia.
Patricia's in the house. So I'm just going to go through, some stuff that's going down. So we got, I have Friday night. I'm going to be at Screwballs with Deej on vocals.
You got a cheat sheet there?
No, I'm just pretending I do.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then next Friday, I have the full band at Peppers. I have Bob Chavis on vocals and Deej on vocals for Old School. And then the next night, we're playing at the Water Tower with Deej. And then we have these guys, Coverfire, playing with us.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
And then shortly thereafter, my man here is playing with TK2 on the 31st of January at Sweeney's. It's a 4-band night. I think Rat Rod's on that bill.
It's Rat Rod, Electric Church, Boss Hydro. Great guys.
It would have been Old Instinct, but
yes, you guys had. Oh, that whole thing.
I had a Woodhaven show at Nick's.
I heard.
So I had to
that.
turn it down, and now of course the place closed down, and I'm like fuck me, fuck. I wanted to do that show. So,
but I'm telling you, I love playing with Edmund Michaels. He just has this group that is just a core group.
I wanted to be a part of it.
I know, and it's like one of these things where it's a Friday night and it's gonna be packed, and I want everybody to come out to support our original local bands. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, honestly.
Well, it used to be.
Well, now it's kind of
bring it back. Bringing it back.
That's what I want. I want to bring it back. Like I know the Block at Harris, they're doing some original stuff,
and that's what I'm going to talk about next.
All right. Did I just segue you without even knowing it?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Since Pat's not here, I'll speak for him.
Yeah, I sent him a link. I don't know where he is.
Pat will be there with Sick Vicky. I think it is February 8th. He'll be there with Sick Vicky.
Bobby Cole.
Instinct will be at the Block on, I think it's February 28th. We'll be there at the Block.
Okay.
We're also going to be doing, what date is this? March 15th. We're playing with the Ultimate Live Evil. That's the guy who sings for Land of Oz. He also does a Dio thing.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, I know the guy. His Dio impression, or whatever you want to call it, is just as good, if not better, than what he does with Ozzy.
Yeah.
He's just phenomenal. So I'll be there with Instinct, and that's going to be at the Forest Lodge, VFW, in Sellersville. Now, you think VFW, you might think, well, that's a little tiny room, right?
Oh, that place is huge.
It's massive. It's massive. We've played there with...
we played there with you.
That's right.
Yeah,
we
for
did well,
benefit.
That was an old school night, right?
Yeah, that was an old school
I played
night.
there with Tease with Instinct.
Yep.
And that poster's
It
somewhere
it
back
was
there.
It was me. It
No,
was
it's right there.
TK2, Old School, Defiance.
Defiance, I remember that.
Yeah, it was a great night.
Unfortunately,
That was a really good
Defiance is no more because our friend has passed away. So
miss that guy. He was just an awesome guy. He actually gave me our first gig
James.
Yeah, Mr. James Lowe. Everybody will miss him. He was just a great guy, you know. Like I said, he gave us our first gig. He offered it to us. And I was like, what? You want us to play with Defiance? You know, Tommy Deck. I just met pretty much Tommy Deck. And I was like,
the legend.
You want me to play with God? So he actually gave us our opening shot, and
That's cool, man.
It went really well with that, and it snowballed from there. That was awesome.
First show I ever played for money, whatever we made.
Yeah.
I opened for Mark and Tom Deck's band. Mark Burkert from Old School and Tom Deck had a band back in the day.
Wow.
And I opened for those guys in Instinct. Instinct's been around
30 years,
35 years. And that was at Walsh's Tavern.
Oh, wow. That was Walsh's Tavern's been around that long?
It was been around a long time. When the first time I played there, it was old. It was famous for the fact that a biker got killed in it. That's the word that I heard.
Hey.
Was anybody we knew?
Well, it was a long time before I played there, and I was, probably 20 or 21 when that happened. So when I played there, and it was long before that.
That's just to prove there's no such thing
Todd
as
Fry
bad
in the
publicity.
house. How you doing, Todd?
It's not.
All right.
Another guy, his band, Iron Core Band, great band. They have an amazing front person now. We had them on the show.
There.
Yep, great band.
I just like to see everybody, coming up and just really supporting everybody.
I'll tell you a band that I really like that's a local originals band, and that's Breaker. Love those guys and gal. Another killer band. They're getting a lot of traction right now. They remind me of what was going on with about 2 years ago. Rat Rod was just blowing up, and then now they're just at a level they're like maintaining. But Breaker is on that kind of a growth pattern.
I think and you're going to know this band because you're playing with them. And God damn it, I want to fucking play with you, Albert.
Oh.
Okay? Don't start with me.
I've played with them before.
Son of a bitch.
Not like that.
So, Monte Carlo.
Monte
Carlo. I just saw their latest video, and it was just amazing. I was like, God damn it, dude.
I love Al.
I love Albert. We actually connected a couple times over at Sweeney's for the originals night, and that's where I met him through Edmund. And I was like, dude, we have to do something. I want to do. I don't know how I can do it, but I want to put something in sync. Monte Carlo, TK2, you know what I mean? We got to expand, you know what I mean? We got to do something. So this is what it's all about. I have
a gig with them coming up. That's March 8th at Bar 13.
Yes.
So hopefully that goes according to plan, because there's always a plan. I have none.
Plan?
But I steal that from my buddy on
they got a good following.
They do.
They have a great following.
So, hopefully that goes well. And because this isn't the first time we played with them. It's not the first time we've played with, I forget the other band that's playing on that bill. Oh, well, I suck. But I'd like to get on a regular rotation down there at Bar 13 with Instinct. That would be nice. So we're in the studio recording 2 songs right now. It's going very slowly, but hopefully we can rectify that soon. And I'd like to add a couple more tunes to that list, because I'd like to get a little EP going and release some of the old material. We have stuff on Spotify now from the old days. Mm-hmm. I don't know what
now we can't play it.
Nope.
Oh, that's right.
It's copyrighted now. My own shit. Now I have
demos.
demos.
Why you play your own shit?
That's why I keep my shit off of everywhere.
Right.
A, nobody wants it, and 2, we can play it.
But we can play.
You can sell your drawings though.
Yeah, no.
The stick figures.
Yeah. Jim's got some pretty good songs though.
I made theme songs for us. Want to hear your theme song?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Paul Adler's theme song.
At 7:59 on the P Word.
So who's hitting that note?
I don't know.
Hired.
Yeah. What the hell is that?
Jim, you know some people.
Hurt, man.
Lane change.
Yeah, it's mostly guitar solos. I thought that would be better for your thing.
You got to get the whammy in there.
Yeah,
What, no wah pedal?
it's just guitar solos and they scream your name.
Oh man, that's good, dude. I like that.
Oh, by the way, we are playing at this place called I'm playing at your brew
Adler
pub.
Brewing.
Adler Brewing up
When
in the
you
Reading
go,
area.
Do you get
Yeah.
a
I'm
discount?
going to give you like $50. You need to bring me back some beer.
All right, there you go. You heard it, everybody. He's going to give you $50.
$50.
Yeah, and just, you know what? Just bring it back the only one you didn't drink. Just,
The only one I didn't drink. I'll make sure it has the beautiful label on there too.
Where are they? They're somewhere in Pennsylvania. You
It's
sent
up
me a
in
link.
Reading, up towards Reading, up in the Reading area.
that sounds
So
like a Reading Brewery, yeah.
yeah, so yeah, the Coverfire is actually expanding up to Reading, down to Maryland. Come on, the only place we're not going is Jersey yet.
We used to play Jersey a lot.
I know you did.
We were playing the Jug Handle. We were playing the Alden Cafe. Where we used to play?
Yeah, play Shore Point.
Dad's Bar. I don't know. There were a bunch of places we were playing down there.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
It was fun.
I don't think we would actually do a Shore Point because we're not a shore band.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Yes, you are.
Anybody's a shore band.
If you're doing stuff in the 90s, you're
Shore
a
band.
shore band.
I remember walking on the beach one day and there was like a Journey cover band at the Wildwood Convention Center. I'm like,
I'm not doing Journey. Sorry.
I'm not asking you to. But if you're doing 90s stuff or original stuff,
Yeah.
I love that shit down there.
Yeah, that's the only place we haven't pushed now. You know, I'm really stoked.
Maybe we could get a night of cover bands, a night of Montgomery County cover bands.
There you go.
Down Wildwood Way.
Down Wildwood Way.
We got a guy. We got Larry down there, Larry Dresden.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe he can pull some strings. I don't know.
Yeah, you could play up in North Wildwood. Yeah,
That'd be
awesome.
cool.
I would love it
that would be badass. Yeah,
because that's a vacation.
yeah, that's at least
When I can get on the beach in the afternoon, come back, take a shower, and play a gig, and still maintain my buzz. It's like I'm 24 all over again.
My God.
Well, me and my girl are already making plans for the Maryland trip, so we're gonna go down like a day early.
Yeah,
and hang out at Lee's Landing. You know where Lee's Landing is? Right?
I don't, but
You know,
Havre de
Port
Grace.
Deposit.
Oh,
Port Deposit, Lee's Landing, Havre de Grace.
Okay.
And hang out there for a while. You know,
that's cool.
And
Now,
make it.
Old School did Ocean City, Maryland. Was it 2 years ago? We did.
Dave's got a point. Why don't you just run a big ass boat and just go out into the bay and
I get seasick.
really?
No,
Okay.
just
It wouldn't hold his amp.
I got seasick one time in really choppy water, and I was the last person on the boat to get sick.
I had a moment on a whale watching boat one time.
Yeah, if it's choppy,
I didn't get sick. My son
Only
was
time.
all colors of green. His
it is
little
the
boy.
worst.
Yeah, we. All right,
Maine
this
we
is
were
a
at.
crazy story. I didn't go on it, but all my relatives, my cousins, they went on this. We always do stuff together, and they went deep sea fishing. And I was like, I ain't going deep sea fishing. I have no desire to go fishing. So they all went deep sea fishing. So the following week, I said, hey, how was the fishing? And they all started laughing at me. So I said, how was it? Well, everybody was good until they dropped the anchor
the swell
out there.
popped up and-
And everybody is going back and forth. One went into the cabin. Then the other one, before you know it, they all were in there puking their brains out. That was money well spent right there.
It's not puking on a drift boat. You're chumming.
Oh, is that what it's called?
You're still
Yeah.
fishing.
So they're all laughing about it at that point in time, but they weren't laughing at that time. It's like, you're not catching me on a boat,
It is
man.
the worst feeling, man. I mean, we went out. There was like a light craft warning, and we were out on like a drift boat, and you know, my one cousin, we were at the dock, and she's gone, you know, and then her brother took a little longer, and then his friend a little longer, and then a couple of hours went by.
Yep.
And we're just sitting there, and it's just like constant. No. And then I just looked around, and I saw some guy like yak over the side, and I'm like, oh, I'm done.
Hopefully his name wasn't Yakov.
You know, oddly enough, he was Russian.
See?
No, wait, he wasn't. Well, he might have been. I didn't.
No.
I
no
wanted to go
desire.
over and go, what the fuck did you eat? but I don't want to
Yeah,
get.
don't go for the big Italian dinner.
I don't want to
before you
get
go on
real.
the boat.
I don't want to get real personal.
Hey, let's have some linguine and clam before I get on
right,
the boat.
Exactly.
You know?
I always wind up before I get sick. I always have a hot dog.
I would never have one again. If
Yeah,
that
that's
happened.
why I stopped eating hot dogs.
I got sun poisoning. My ex mother-in-law, who I will talk about, she had a lung replacement this morning at 4 a.m. She was on a donor program to get a lung.
So it literally only hurts now when she breathes.
Well, she's
Jesus.
totally under right now.
Yeah, I mean that's.
So that was a big thing. So my son's down at the hospital now. He's probably back by now. He was with his mom. So I'm wishing her the best. Rose, love you. When she got married, it was her second marriage, and my ex-wife and I were married at the time, so we went to the wedding. It was 1995 or something like that, I think, somewhere around there. Because I had my grand dam. That's how I remember. And she wanted to go out on a bass fishing boat, so we went out. It was a cool little
bass fishing boat.
We did bass fishing.
It's a little boat with the.
It was a big boat.
Oh, that's a bass boat.
We went sea bass fishing on a
sea
big.
bass.
Yeah,
okay.
he forgot that key word.
Yeah,
sea.
Like bass boat has like a
Yeah, I know my son-in-law that has
it's
the
got,
old
like,
school
no
logo.
draft. Yeah,
he has the
yeah.
old school logo.
That's a
on
bass
his
boat.
bass boat. So we went out into the ocean. And it was great. I had a good
You
time.
get sick on a lake. I have nothing but contempt.
Caught a ton of fish. For me, I think I caught 5. It was the first time I ever fished.
Yeah.
But I got sun poisoning. Like bad. Like I had 101 fever that night. So that's my experience with.
That's fun.
Did you catch any fish though?
I did. I think I caught 5 fish. I think
That's all that matters. Who cares about your health? As long as you caught
I
fish.
think we took them home. I think we froze
Yeah,
them.
fishing in the ocean was easy. We went out on some boat that was like the Orca from Jaws, and
Going to need a bigger boat.
it was like my uncle's father-in-law's boat. Some piece of shit like the Orca. And we went out in the middle of Delaware Bay, and I didn't know where the hell we were. We were like in the middle of the ocean. You couldn't see land. We were way the hell out. I caught like 9 sea trout. Like the guy, I caught the most. The guy that owned the boat caught like 20. We caught shark, flounder, all kinds of crazy shit.
That's cool, man.
It's not like in a lake where you're just like, why am I here? Fuck am I doing?
Now, my son-in-law, is it my stepson?
Stepson.
He did a lot of that. He was a bass fisherman.
Bass fishing is cool, and you got to have some skill to do that.
The Toyota League. He was doing that last year.
Well, you guys keep that thought. I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay.
All right.
Going right through me already.
Oh, well, that's because you had 4 before.
Yeah, that's right. I already had some beers and screwballs.
A little pre-gaming.
Yeah, well,
It's okay. That cop down the end of the street, he won't know nothing.
There's a cop at the end of the street. What are you kidding me? People still die down there every day. Nobody notices.
Dude, I was coming home from a gig one night. It was about 3 weeks ago. And they were sitting in the 6-Eleven parking lot, backed into the corner close to the creek.
Oh, every once in a while
That was a new one.
Whenever one of the neighbors almost gets murdered when they cross the street,
Yeah.
they put somebody down there for like an hour or two.
That
Nobody stop. If you stop at that stop sign, you're taking your life in your own hands.
Yeah.
I had a guy following me up Henderson. I was going 45 in a 40 zone. That wasn't enough for him.
Oh, I know those guys.
So my car is nice. Aerodynamically at 40 miles an hour, if you put the windshield washers on, it'll wash the guy behind you. So I backed him right off.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I always wanted to fill it with like my own urine just to like really piss their car out, or cat urine or something.
Get some deer urine.
Yeah, something really smelly.
Put some bear spray in there.
No, it's been done.
Oh, yeah.
Way too fascist for me.
Yeah. I'm going to get another beer out of the bar.
You want one of these? I got
you
tons of them.
For real?
Yeah. You think I'm some kind of like, I was going to say something.
Oh,
like
dude, that's a lot of beers.
Yeah, well. That's
Salada beer.
There you go.
Thank you. Most appreciated.
I get to use my old Villanova bottle capper.
Yeah, somehow I got lucky, and I have 3 confirmed shows for Instinct between February and the end of March, and I have a 4th one in the works.
Nice.
With Studweiser, and that will probably be at the Water
I
Tower.
heard that's a really good band.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yes.
So
I love their signage. Though.
Dick.
I love their
my
signage.
son just did a drum tube thing, whatever they call that. I don't know what this means. I'll read it from his thing.
God, you're old.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find
Ronnie.
His little video here. Probably easier if I just went from Facebook because I have it on my page.
Yeah.
That would be the most obvious, easy way to go than sitting there. Love Ronnie. Great guitar player, dude.
He's amazing. Technical as a motherfucker. Oh, sorry.
And nice.
Did I curse?
You're allowed.
Fine, yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck do we care?
This is like the Jason Kelsey show. Did you ever watch his new show on ESPN?
No.
No, everybody curses. They could, fuck you, man. They come out and they just start cursing. It's great. It's actually a pretty decent interview
They
show.
started with a prayer. Our Father in fucking heaven.
Ronnie was kind of scaring me there for a little bit because he had this real short haircut. You know, I was like, I don't know about this right now.
What are you talking about? Look at you. You're short hair.
No, dude, you had to see Ronnie before. He was like, he was a big dude. He was like 250. He was a big guy with long hair, biker looking guy. And then he had some issues going on. And he goes to the gym now. He looks amazing. He has some heart issues. Sorry for overstepping, Ronnie, but I'm proud of you, brother. He has some heart issues. He goes to the gym. He cut his hair. I was like, he looks like a totally different guy. But now he's grown his hair back, which is amazing because he has great hair.
Lucky for him.
We tried that a couple of years ago. The two of us did something.
Yeah, we did.
You know how like friends like start growing mustaches?
What,
together?
working out?
No, fuck that. No, we started growing our hair longer because we both had, we've had short hair, but we used to have long hair. So we didn't even say anything. It wasn't like we sat down like, all right, we're going to grow our hair now. We just started
get
doing
it cut.
And like, a couple of months go by and it's like, I'm looking at him, I'm looking at me in the mirror and I'm like, one of us has to crack first. Like it's so hard to get past like that weird.
Well, it's not just that. It's the receding hairline that gets in the way.
For me, it gets awkward because it's like the sides and back grow.
It's
way
right
faster.
here that the problem starts for me.
Oh, it just drives me crazy. It just looks. It's like now, like I have basically an afro. I don't know how the hell this happened. I got to get this cut.
Looks good.
I don't mind it, but I have to go to.
I think you need to go to Ancestry.com.
I
to
did.
See what African influence you
my
got.
My daughter made me. I thought so, but no. Oddly, I'm the other way. I'm Norwegian, so.
I thought maybe you're part Mandingo or something.
I was hoping that would explain so much,
or so little.
So here's my kid. So it's a drum playthrough. That's what this is referred to.
I don't know what that means, but
let's see if it. Here's my kid. So it's a drum playthrough.
Oh my God!
Delay.
I don't think this is copyrighted. I have no idea.
You'll find out
This
tomorrow.
band Studweiser. That's his nice drum set that never goes anywhere except to his other friend's house. It's his Ludwig kit.
He's a good-looking boy.
His wife thinks so.
To be young again.
Yeah. It's their song without lyrics, so I don't think we'll get dinged on this, Jim.
Yeah, probably not.
They can't see it, but we can.
No, but it's kind of cool. Like you can actually see like how much work that the drummer does because a lot of people don't pay attention to that.
No.
I couldn't do it. I can barely walk and chew gum.
I can barely play guitar.
I used to do it until my mom gave my kid away.
Your kid or your kid?
Either one.
I wanted to kill myself when that used to go on right there.
Oh yeah,
because that's where that's he played every day for an hour or two.
Well, he wouldn't be like this if he didn't let him do that.
Starting at 5 years old.
He's a gum chewer.
No, he just makes weird faces.
Oh.
He even says that on his page. Come watch me make weird faces and play drums.
So he's another like Julio.
Is that Julia? Yeah, he does make faces. He's a good drummer, man.
Yeah, he's ridiculously good. Deej!
Deej in the house. That's a pretty kit. I like that kit, man. It's a cool little design.
Kid or kit?
Kit.
Hit.
Hey, Steph.
Steph Sky's in the house? Well, all the female diva vocalists are coming in the room.
Yep.
We got the females in the room. And then there's Trevor. Him too.
Where's Trevor?
He's a diva.
Listen, I got to give props to my my guitar player, Paul
Altamari.
You know,
Mr. Cement.
Silent assassin, honestly. Doesn't say much, but he just surprises me every time he plays, you know.
He's a good guy, man.
Yeah, he's just so nice. It's like ridiculous. I told you the story when I went out, tried out for the band.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried out for the band. I didn't hear from him for like 2 months. I was like, oh, I guess I didn't get good spot. And then I had Dave Myers text me, goes, dude, you got the spot. And then Paul was like, why did it take so long? Because Paul,
Dave.
Yeah, Dave, my bass player. He goes, because Paul let everybody try out. You know, because he's such a nice guy. You know, he can't say no to anybody. I actually have to say, how was practice? I'm like, how was that? He just looks at me. I was like, no, honestly, tell me how it was. He's just a great guy.
Well, you had big shoes to fill, man.
Oh, I know.
Big shoes.
I'm still trying to fill them, honestly.
I think you're doing a very competent job.
Yeah.
Jim,
learn.
another nice person, Jim Rutherford. We had a show this past weekend, and I was up on stage. We were at Free Will Brewing, and we had Bob Chavis singing, and during that night, we had Dave McGuire get up and do a couple tunes. And at one point, I just turned around and I said, I got to let everybody know. I really feel blessed. I have had some of the best singers around grace my presence on stage of late. And I can't tell you how happy I am. And I said this on stage. I've got Deej. I've got Bob Chavis, in old school now. It's just been a really cool evolution of things, and I'm really happy with it. Then I got guys like Dave McGuire getting up and doing Journey with us. He's from the band Highway Run. He's a fucking Journey cover band. He's great, man. Yeah, the male divas. And, it's just, I don't know. I just feel really good about what's going on of late. And I think those people need to know I feel that way. And I did talk about it.
Only you had a platform.
If only I had a platform.
Only if.
Well, it doesn't matter after the first 30 seconds because that's all anybody listens to. So I can say anything now and it won't matter. Yes, it will.
The first song.
There's
like
one
the first song and the last song.
There's one fucking troll out there probably listening, reporting.
We'll hunt that fucker down. I know who it is.
No.
You can be a diva if you're male or female. It doesn't matter. No, that's a reference to a show we did way back when, last year or some point.
Say when.
We had a show that was they have like the three tenors and all that. We did a show. I think it was called The Three Divas. It was Steph Sky, it was Terry, and it was Claire from Breaker. We did a triple bill, and I believe that was the title of the show. That was a great night. It was really. I mean, that was the first time I was in the Depot, other than seeing my son's band, where it was a packed night. Lately, though, it's been getting pretty jam packed in there. Like that place is getting a little rep going. They had an original night the other night.
Did they?
Yeah,
Nice.
I think it was Saturday night. They had 3 bands down there.
Now I just need to put an addition on.
He's working on that. The problem is the addition is going to be bathrooms.
Why? What's wrong with the ones I have?
They're gonna expand the kitchen. Apparently, they're gonna make a full-fledged kitchen.
Don't say kitchen and bathrooms in the same sentence.
Well, no. Architecturally, that's where they're going to put them near the bathroom, so you don't have to.
Well, the bathrooms are going to be on the other side.
What other?
On the other side of where the bands are.
Oh wow.
Oh, so where the ladies' room?
That's a whole remodel then.
No, so if you think about the way the room's set up, there, you're in building 2. So building 1 is where the kitchen is. Building 2 is where the band and the bar is.
It's in a whole nother building.
Building 3 is next door. And
is that when the lady yelled at me about the cat?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where the bathrooms are going.
Who
apparently.
knew? That's good.
So I don't know. And then they're talking about putting out like a deck or something for beer garden.
Where, out by the train tracks?
No, on the other side. So either on the roof or on the other side.
Oh, don't do roof. God, people be.
And then there's that grassy area between the 2 buildings. He's talking about doing something there. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Hey, Terry, yo, Tom.
See, there she is. She knows. Terry knows.
Oh, Terry. Hey, Terry, how you doing, baby? I love her. You know, Terry is great.
Terry's been my musical partner for longer than most people that I know
are alive.
Are alive.
I have something, but I can't say it.
It's crazy. I've known her since I was in my second year of college. I think that's when it was, 1987, somewhere around there. That's when we met. So we had it. We Russ and I had a band. We had a band called. First, it was called FM Logic, Frequency Modulation Logication.
That's a lot.
And then we got a singer because that band had no singer. Mm-hmm. And then we changed the name of the band to Trifalon. Trifalon was this mystic symbol that we made up, I made up.
It's over there.
Yes.
Where is it?
It's
over there.
It's in the closet.
Oh, it's in the closet.
And then
it's just a little shy.
Oh.
And then Trifalon, let's just say it dissolved, and then it reformed and became Instinct.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so we had a singer, and she was, I don't know what happened. I think she was going to band practice and got in a car accident or something, and that was the end of her.
Oh, that's
so then we
sad.
heard through the grapevine about Terry through a mutual friend of ours, and Terry came down for the audition. And Terry auditioned, if I remember correctly, in a full halo because she had just broken her neck.
Oh, Jesus.
And Russ was like, hire her. Do it now.
It definitely was not like that, but it's something that happened. There was something that happened with them, and the band started to play out, and then things started to happen with them, and I remember.
I can imagine. I've met Evan.
I remember we were at Nick's Roast Beef. So we used to have band practice like once or twice a week, and we would always go to Nick's Roast Beef, Cotman Avenue afterward. That was where we went. We would get wings and beers and shots of tequila and usually Jack Daniels. And so I go down. The bathrooms were downstairs. So we're talking about bathrooms, right? So I'm down there. I'm at the bathroom, and I think I was buying a pack of cigarettes because that's where the cigarette machine was. And Terry's like, I think I'm going to ask Russ out tonight. Tom's World. Tom's here.
Tom's bringing people in.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, they're together, and they've been together since then. Man, I was the best man at their wedding. By the way, Tom, I fucking loved your new video. He did the Delaware Canal up near Tullytown.
Nice. Very
cool. And I loved how he you should watch the video. This is Tom's World, the world famous This is Tom's World on YouTube. It's a great one because, you see the Delaware Canal used to go all the way out to like the Lehigh River or something, Susquehanna, something like that. And he takes you along the way, and you see where they cut it off. Now it's just there's like a waterway underneath of a road. And obviously, it went all the way through because this is where it was a typical canal where they had the horse-drawn. What are those barges? What are those barges? Yeah. I was going to say, what are those raft things are? And just a cool thing. You're living around history all the time, and my phone's like listening to me.
That's what you have to do. We have to build a barge, put it in the Schuylkill Canal, and then you put the band on the barge.
Well, he was talking about looking for other places to go, and I was thinking about up here, what is that, lock number 50 or something? By the Fitzwater. Yeah. There's a whole series back there.
Like
up
all
this way.
along the Schuylkill Canal. Yeah.
It's very cool.
Oh, by the Fitzwater Tavern.
Yeah.
Dude, I go there all the time in the summertime. on the bike, on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
I love going back in
It's
there.
nice being back there.
Yeah.
Unless you live back there. My friend had a house on the corner, which isn't there anymore.
Oh, that
because it flooded so many times.
Well, they actually have that water with the big flood that they have. They actually have that water line.
Oh yeah,
on the telephone pole.
Yes,
yeah,
it was crazy. Yeah. But that Fitzwater Tavern, that place is amazing.
We played there a bunch.
That place is great.
Did you?
Yeah.
They actually have a thing. I don't know what it is. They have a thing outside. They bring a flatbed out.
Oh, so
out
they had
back.
a little wooden deck when we played there the last time.
Yeah, yeah. They used to have a little wooden deck, but I think the last time I was there, they had a little flatbed. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't like 18
You
wheeler.
don't need much.
It was a little
10 feet.
flatbed.
I just need 10 feet, man.
It was a flatbed that they put back there. The bands were on there, and everybody sat on the hillside.
Yeah.
Dude, that place was great.
I'm thinking that's because the deck, the stage that was there probably went down.
Went down the river.
Well, we also had a little bit of problem when they ran everything into that one plug in the
Terry.
barn.
Yeah, Terry. We used to argue quite a bit. We don't argue so much anymore.
I could sense that the first time I saw you guys play.
You could sense that we argued.
Yes,
We don't
like,
argue.
She was like, I forgot where it was, but she was like, she was talking and you said something. And goes, and she looked at you. I was like, okay, can I talk now?
That's what happens when you're mad at family. We have someone from Alaska.
And I laughed my ass off on that one.
Yeah,
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Nomstead.
Used to get a little heated sometimes.
And she was just like, can I finish what I'm saying now? I was like, ooh.
Well, that's how you get.
You
when
can
you're
tell these guys have been together for a long time.
That's why when you're with family, you can do that. You
Yeah.
know? You can be like, I will fucking gut you like a fish. I love you.
Oh, I got to say hi to Deej because I didn't say hi to Deej. Everybody else said hi. I didn't say hi. I didn't get a chance to.
The hell, man.
I know. I suck. I suck so bad. I suck so bad. Hi, Deej. There.
Another one of those?
Yes. Could I please have another one? And she's got her hand in so many pots right
Easy
now.
now.
She's
Oh, dude,
amazing.
she played TLA this weekend.
I saw that.
The
That's
Diamond Dog
like
thing.
beautiful.
The
crowd
videos are
and
all
this-
over the place.
I know.
She was fucking great at it. I watched at least 2 songs. I think it was from that. Everything was just killer.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that, having played there, it's just a great room to play. The people that work there know their fucking shit.
Yep.
There's everything about it. Like the monitor's always fucking perfect.
Nice.
It's just I love that place.
Terry, thanks for confirming what I said. Love you. But yeah, Deej, on next Saturday, can I get your autograph, please? I want to get your autograph.
Do you want it on somewhere you can get it tattooed or
What?
put it
Easy,
right across
fella.
your chest?
Whoa,
and tattoo
whoa.
it?
Maybe you can come this Saturday.
This Saturday,
Yeah, we'll be at Screwballs on the 18th with Deej.
I might be doing that.
There you go. Get up and do a song, brother.
Maybe I will. I don't know. I usually don't do that too much. That's
See
not my
what's
thing.
what. We do. I know we do one pre-song that you do now.
It's fun.
The one with the really long drum.
Oh,
You sound thrilled.
no. I love those songs. Like Al's always asking me to come up and sing. I was like, a lot of times, I was like, when I go see a band, I enjoy watching bands.
You're on your day off.
So
yeah,
you know what you do?
That's it.
So next time somebody does it, go up there and act completely bombed if you're not already,
They don't care. They'll get him
and
up.
just be like,
if he's really drunk, it'll make us look even better.
Oh, stop it. So I'll be like, yeah. I was like,
we're just singing falsetto the whole time.
I just like when I go watch a band because Al was like, "Why don't you ever sing when I ask you to sing?" And I was like, "Because I'm here to watch you perform."
Well, he comes up and asks me to play songs I don't know.
Does he always
Yeah.
sound like Jimmy Neutron's teacher?
Yes, he does.
Wow.
We love you, Al.
Yeah,
Except
great
for that
guy.
Except for that one guy.
I know. Don't even start with this shit. Honestly,
I think Deej bailed, man.
She has a lot going on.
She does. She's busy. She is very busy.
Yeah.
She's in graduate school,
I know. It's ridiculous. She's just ridiculously smart and talented and everything else. I can't cope with it anymore.
Well, I was, when Instinct was doing its original thing, Terry was working as a waitress, and she was going to college, master's degree, I believe, at the time, for nursing. She was a very busy person. Very, 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 very busy. I mean, I was busy, too. I was going to college, too, at the time, working a part-time job and then doing the band. I mean, we had band practice like 2 times a week. It was...
I remember my advisor, like, you going for your master's? I'm like, are you fucking stoned?
She did
I've had enough.
She went for the master's and did the RN thing. And
But you know what? There's a difference, though. Women are really good at, like, multitasking, like, things like that.
Somehow it's in the genetic code.
Yes.
Well, that's the one thing the Bible got right. This is the prototype.
I did not
That's
say
the
that.
improvement.
This guy right here. Let me put it this guy.
What?
That guy.
I'm not allowed to talk about a work of fiction. Oh my goodness. No.
But that's
seriously.
one thing they're really good at multitasking. I was watching this, was that 2020 or something like that, and they were showing men and women the differences between men and women.
Boobs.
No, more than boobs.
No, they're boobs.
It's not always about boobs, dude.
You have boobs.
we have boobs, they're just flat.
And they chopped
They
off
said
their wee-wee.
women are not directional. They can't sense direction. Like
Some
so they
can.
can. So they blindfolded women, a couple women, and they put them through this hallway, and they unblindfolded. They were good. Find your way back, and
Find your way back.
And they struggled to do it. But on the other hand, they sat them in a room with someone else, and they put different conversations at different tables, and they could hear every conversation.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know why. Why is this?
Child rearing skill. That's what that
is. That what that is?
Think about it.
You've never had to find your child in a dark room?
No.
Well, I have.
We don't.
But they say that women use more of their brains than men do.
Of course they do. Men are just dumb. If you go back,
but we have too.
10,000 years ago. Go back 10,000 years ago.
Yeah.
What did people do?
Fucked and ate.
Killed
each other.
Well, you had to eat. So how did you eat?
You killed shit.
You killed shit.
Or stole shit.
And typically that was the male role, to go out to risk one's life to kill something and bring it back. And the women
reared the kids,
reared the children. And this is just the way it was.
Me want food.
I remember I brought that up in a religion class, like when city-states used to fight. Didn't matter how many guys went off to war and died. You only needed one to repopulate.
That's correct.
That's right.
So the lucky guy who came back was
right.
like, all right, let's get this started.
Yeah.
We lost the war, but I win anyway.
See? And thus, chicken.
It does chicken. No. No
That explains everything.
Chicken explains everything.
Pretty much, yeah. I saw an article. I refused to read it. It said the egg came before the chicken. I'm like, fuck you. That's ridiculous.
I think the fish came before
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that, I don't have time for that kind of nonsense.
No. But why we digress here. So you got something coming up really good. Mm-hmm. I'm stoked about that Forest Lodge.
There you go. It's for you.
This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to get there. I think it's Billy White's doing the promotion on that.
Yeah, I saw Billy on Saturday night. I was up at Free Will playing, and that's where he was.
Yeah, Billy's a great guy. I love
man.
Billy and Renee. I
love the bands.
Renee is crazy. She's this amazing lady, honestly.
I'll tell you a funny story about well, it's not really funny. It's just how small the world is. Renee grew up in Northeast Philly.
Yeah.
I practiced in my first band, FM Logic, and then eventually Trifalon, on Halstead Street, right off Rawn Street in Northeast Philly. My drummer's name was Billy. One of his best friends was Mike DeMario. Mike DeMario's sister was Renee.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
Crazy, man.
It is a really small world. It is a very small world. But I tell you what, without Renee, Billy would be crazy, honestly. And he would back that up.
Well, he's got the same thing I do. I think he's got like ADHD. You know, he's just going from one thing to the next thing. Yeah.
Renee keeps him grounded. So Renee's
when I'm
like,
setting
okay,
up
here
for
we're
a
going.
gig, I'm out of my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Trying to monitor what's going where and who's doing what. And case in point, excuse me, I didn't pack up my rig this weekend, at least totally. And I was networking. I was handing out cards and talking to people.
How you doing?
My wife was helping out. She was packing up my rig and Ed. I go to unpack tonight for the show. I have 3 specific XLRs that I use for the band, and I have 3 specific XLRs that I use for the show. Oh, they're the same. So when I went into my bag to get my XLRs out, they weren't there. So I went into
that explosion I heard was.
I went out to the band van, and I went into the crate where all the stuff is, and the 2 that I need, two of them were wrapped together. Good. I'm good. I got at least these 2. I can't find the 3rd one. And these are specific cables that I ordered just for me that I wanted to have segregated. I probably should have wrapped them in some special golden foil or something. But that's why I get so fucking crazy about all this stuff, because
you're relentlessly anal.
You have to be, because otherwise what happens? Now I'm down a cable. And that cable is utilized for my talk box.
See, that's why when Nancy helps us break down and I go back into my bag after I leave here, everything's wrapped up nicely, everything's coiled. It's confusing.
I was going to say the opposite of that, but
but it's it's like
organized.
I'm used to chaos. I grab one cable and everything comes out.
It's not because somebody didn't do something right. Somebody took something and they put it in the wrong bucket.
Yeah.
So it's somewhere.
I'm terrified to do that if I ever help tear down.
It's, and because the next gig, when I'm looking for something, then I become total psychopath if I can't find what I need. If I need the adapter to plug this light in that got unplugged from it and put in something. Then I'm going to waste 20 minutes that I don't fucking have. You
could be over at the bar drinking.
Well, I have this very specific way, and I think you know this. I get to a gig 1.5 to 2 hours before a show. I allot myself enough time that I have time to change, take 3 pisses, have my cocktail and my shot before I go on stage. And if those things don't happen, I get very cranky.
Definitely didn't get my shot.
Didn't get your shot.
Yeah.
No.
And it's funny because, it's funny. I'll be setting up, and I set usually up some lights. We split a lot of the stuff up, and people come up there want to talk to you. They're, hey, dude, how was your week? Hey, what's going on?
Can you shake my hand in front of the whole bar so everyone knows I know
nice. You? It's nice, and I believe me, if they weren't there, none of that would be happening. But when I've got 150 pounds of lights up on a pole or whatever whatever it is, 50 pounds, whatever it is, up on a tripod, and I'm trying to get this thing to lock in, and they're talking to me, and it drops and it pinches my finger before I'm going on stage because I lost my concentration.
Then the temperature in the room drops about 20 degrees. The lights dim.
Oh, it's definitely Rain Man, Tom.
There's a weird hum.
I'm definitely Rain Man. Speaking of which, and not really, but Tom, Nance wants to talk to you the next time we see you. She wants to. I know she can go online and get some merch, but she wants to talk to you, I think, specifically about getting some merch.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like. That would be cool. Maybe we could swap shirts. Maybe get you an old school shirt for a Tom's World shirt, and I could wear it on air here.
Tom's World. Marvelous.
It's a little different. I'll play his theme.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little more cerebral than that.
Oh, is it?
Hold on.
I mean, it's, it's not
This is Tom's World.
It's not this thing.
Let's see if I don't think it's going to be on this one. So let's try and go back one
I have to isolate the very end of that theme.
See if he does it on this
I
one.
want to know who hits those notes. That's what I want to know.
It wasn't me.
Captain AI. That's who does it. Hold on. So I'm going to hit this, and let's
Stop
see.
hitting things.
Everyone, and welcome to another installment of.
Oh, he doesn't do a theme on this one.
Too much.
So a couple of his episodes, he had a theme song. Let's see if I can find it.
He said he could send it to you if you want.
The theme song?
Yeah.
Well, he's more than welcome to. But
Wait, I just want to.
Where's your theme song?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, mine's more simple than yours, I think. Mine was. Ooh.
I like that riff.
I like that. Dude, get rid of the lyrics. Just the riff is awesome.
I could just pull the music out.
How did you get Ripper Owens to do these two songs?
What? Hey, I know people. I even did one for Nancy.
Oh, you save it for next week.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be back. She's got some extremely important business tonight.
Gotcha.
Seriously. Jim! Should have had me do that last one. Jim!
No, that would give me
That's
nightmares.
great.
Tom, send me the goddamn theme, for Christ's sake. I'm sitting here
Later,
waiting.
Terry.
Oh, bye.
Bye, Tara.
Well, you're doing that.
Tell Russell to be a good boy. He's always a good boy.
We're not so good.
Hope to see you soon.
A little naughty.
Please.
Adios. Dio being the theme of the night. Thanks, Trevor. He's long gone. I don't know. That's my son and his girl. What's going on up there? I hear voices.
I know.
Hope my
That's all- you know what, that's-
mother-in-law is getting out of control
Yeah.
again.
That's awesome you guys got going this thing at Harrah's. You know?
Yeah, that was a good one. I'm excited about that.
That was on. Is that Terry's doing? She's
Yeah,
gone
that-
now. I hope
yeah,
she's not
Instinct
gone
with
now.
Terry.
Terry, you there? Come on.
I think she's gone, man.
Okay. Hey, so.
Oh, yeah, see?
There she is.
She
There
says-
she is.
yeah.
So that's awesome that you got that Harrah's thing. I just love it. You know what I mean?
I'm stoked, man. So we were supposed to play there. Old School was supposed to play there with Tees.
Uh-huh.
And
Rough House Tees, yeah.
something happened.
But
the guy that made that not happen is not in the band.
Okay.
It was the original
Yeah.
bass player. He did, for whatever reason, he didn't want to do the show.
I just don't understand.
And I was like, so me and Shaky went to the show just to watch. We had a great time. We hung out all night. It was great.
Tara, I'm there, baby. I'm coming.
So I'm finally getting to close that deal. And that night, that was the night that Greg, I don't know if you heard the story, he was spinning his guitar over his head like he does on his
Yeah.
strap. And he was spinning his 1983 BC Rich. And the strap lock broke.
That's why you don't do those
And
things.
the guitar did not survive.
What about the bricky shit? What happened to that?
What?
Never mind. Tom Scott said his song.
All right. Let me see. I'll get it. All right. Here we go. Oh, what's my code?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I don't know. It did that one day, and I had to put a code in, and now I have a. He sent me a voice message. It says, "All right, you ready?"
I'll be there, Tara. Trust me.
From ancient walls to the hidden trails, Tom's got a story and he's hot on its tail. With every step, every stone unturned, a
Very
lesson
90s.
learned in Tom's world.
Little Creed sound.
History
Yeah.
with each new find in Tom's world every time.
And then it goes.
It's a Creed song.
I like it.
With a can in hand and a curious plan, world secrets to be found in Tom's world.
Oh, yeah.
Tom's world.
Ah. Who needs us?
That's so.
Sorry.
It's scary, isn't it? Though
It's terrifying.
Very scary.
it's scary. I mean,
Dusty roads and an open map. Tom's heart
you,
beats with the thrill of the
you put keywords in there. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
I go over to ChatGPT. I'm like, write me a song. Here's what I want it to be about.
It's a quest that never dodges the risk. In Tom's world, the legend persists. He's diving deep, deep down below to the ocean's abyss where tales grow. Ancient ships and treasures untold. In Tom's world, they unroll. Tom's got grit, secret in his veins, chasing whispers of civilizations.
So I discovered Tom
It's a lot more dignified than what
on
we do.
YouTube, and I look up stuff about the history of Philadelphia, specifically Northeast Philadelphia, because that's where I grew up. And he has a lot of videos. He did a video about Pennypack Creek, and there's the 90-foot bridge. And he talked about the bridge in the video. We used to, as kids, it was an old Conrail train or whatever bridge, built in, I think it was in the 1920s.
Now it's a strip club.
That's a different place.
Everything's a strip club to you.
And we used to hang out on this bridge when we were teenagers. For whatever reason, it's the thrill of like almost dying and falling off the bridge. Now there's a fence around. There was no fence then. You could just walk on the bridge. And we used to like set off M80s on the bridge.
They used to assume that children wouldn't just fall off high things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's protected.
Now it's like, well, you never know. They might climb real high.
There's
and just
that.
fall.
There's the Darwin effect. Like,
why are we stopping those people from dying?
Yeah. Now they're
don't
trying to
have
find jobs.
I need more room.
It's just kind of it's just kind of scary. I like Terry Pike could I identify with this, and you can identify with it. As original artists. The AI thing is really taking away.
Is it really?
I really do.
When I walk into a room with my Grammy, people are going to know I'm a fraud.
I'll tell you what. I don't think it matters at all. I don't think it matters.
That's what's coming next. So you're gonna have the AI.
Let me tell you why I don't think it matters.
Why?
Because our generation grew up on music.
Yeah.
The generation now, they don't give a fuck about music. They play video games. You think about when we were kids, every weekend there was a concert in the area. Like, and I'm not talking about like at some Union Transfer small. I'm talking arena,
JFK, the Spectrum.
arena shows, and that model is done. It's over.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's not because of AI.
I'm talking about us, like the music that was made.
It doesn't
back
matter.
then.
There's no money in us.
But it's like the song I did for Paul's theme. Like,
I'm not trying
no
to be
human
mean.
could make that noise.
Yeah.
It's like
Tony Harnell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll find one or two.
Yeah.
That's it.
So it's not like I can't walk in with that and go, yeah, I did this. What's up? We all grew up around bridges, tracks.
Yeah, I mean
trains.
that's where I grew up in Northeast Philly, so it wasn't the city, but it was row homes and twins, right? So when you went into these woods, when I went into these woods, I first started going to those woods when I was like 12 or 13. We were riding our
be
bikes.
Playboys around here somewhere.
And you felt like you were in another world.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't hear the traffic. You were sometimes maybe a crazy guy would do a burnout or something, but you really felt like you were somewhere otherworldly. And I remember we were walking on some trails and we're like, nobody's ever been here before. Like, no, this was a farming community, dude. That cement over there is because there was a grist mill there. But you felt like you were discovering things, and that sense of curiosity that it put in you was very cool. Especially growing up in the city, it just did something to you. And
Well, you didn't have to grow up in the city to be that way, because I grew up in like Berks County, and it was pretty much the same thing. I grew up out in the sticks with Herefords, the cows and all that stuff. And you went up these trails, and you got on the overpass where this huge bridge, and you used to sit there and smoke cigarettes,
Sure.
and drink beer. And
you thought you were a badass.
Yeah,
you thought you were breaking all
badass.
the.
I was like,
you're the only one that's ever done this.
yes, and you think,
Except for those guys in the 2 grades above you who showed you where it was.
Well, see, that was the thing around here. Around here, those places
and you
got
think you're the only
vandalized.
person that went there. You know what I mean? It's
We're
like,
so badass, man. Look at us now.
See, the cool places here, people painted. So, like, the one place was like, there's a tunnel that goes under Upper Merion.
I've heard about that.
Called the Wasteland is where it comes out. And then they painted it all up, and, it was like all graffitied, and kids would hang out there and do all that stuff. Or they'd go to the tower, which was a tree growing on the edge of a cliff. And all the rock faces were painted with, like, the doors and, blue and stuff. And kids would go there. There was a rope swing and all that stuff. And, yeah, we would go to place even here. And it was weird around here because it's like, it was, it's kind of countrified around here. Or not as much as, like, Bucks County or something. But, as you get closer to like the Valley Forge, you're going into areas like we'd walk the train tracks, and you're just in the middle of friggin' nowhere. And
That's how
cool.
it was up there.
There's something about the train tracks. Like even where my work, I work in Telford, PA.
Teenagers are like hobos,
and we have rail lines that run behind. And I used to go for walks at lunch before pre-COVID. We used to go for a lot of walks, and I don't know why it stopped now, but we don't. But we used to go for these walks, and sometimes we'd walk back on the rail lines, and it just the dichotomy. And I hate that word because the fucking asshole professor I had in college used it all the time.
And they used it in Full Metal Jacket.
But it's a great word because it gives you the sense of complete difference. Mm-hmm. To be on the railroad tracks, walking in the woods, and then be back at my desk in an hour or half an hour or whatever, doing the crap that I do for a living, back in the printing shop or whatever. There is something about that, and there's something about making that connection with nature, and seeing the world for what it really is. I think when you get that empathy for the world around you, it changes how you think about things.
It does.
I think that's why when people go to the beach, not when everybody's on the beach, when they're there in the early morning or at the end of the day when the beach is emptying out and you're standing there.
When you go to like Long Beach Island, like Beach Haven, where nobody goes.
Yes, and you get that.
Go,
I mean, you can do it sometimes. I did it at Ocean City, Maryland when we were down there. But, you get that sense when you're looking out at what looks like the infinity, which is not, but you get that sense of smallness. You're just a tick on a mule's ass, and
I just assume all of this is made for me.
Well, it's a dream.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm playing a video game.
Right.
Somebody asked me recently, "What do you think happens when you die?" I'm like, "You put another quarter in and continue, or you go home."
Yeah.
Are you gonna run that risk?
Why not? But Tom was saying that feeling of discovery. That's why he does the.
It is. There's nothing greater, and that sense of discovery is a sense of wonderment, and it gives you happiness and contentment that other things in life can't. I find. So I'll give you a for instance.
Please.
I have coffee every morning. I do not get a euphoric feeling from coffee during the workday.
No.
The work week. But on Sunday mornings when I get up and I have that coffee and I don't have anything pressing on me and I'm just sitting around the house drinking that coffee, I feel like I can do anything. I'm like, we could do this today. We could do that today. That sense of wonderment and childlike curiosity creeps back in when there's nothing in front of you.
And that's one of the things I think is hard. Like, I've lived here most of my life, this town, King of Prussia. And when I was a kid, we would walk the woods. There was a dried up place where we would find quartz crystals. We would, when Crow Creek, which runs all over the trails.
Under the mall.
There weren't trails at the time, but when it froze, we would walk the creek.
That's
from
awesome.
one part of town to the other,
That's
as far
cool.
as we could go. Like that trail, the Crow Creek Trail that we all walk on now
Sure.
behind our neighborhood here, which is really badass. That wasn't there. We made those the deer.
You and the deer.
The deer trails
and the
were
Indians.
They were really stoner trails. That's where you went and you would go in. There would be beer and weed and people making out and fires and stuff. Like I still walk around the woods now and I see like a tree that's fallen down recently. I'm like, oh, that'd be a badass place to have a party, wouldn't it?
Well, Tom has videos like that. He has videos where he goes back to the places where people hung out.
That's cool.
In the far northeast and stuff like that. He did one. It was off of Red Line and Bustleton is the closest area I can think of that was related to it. The Leo Mall. He did one of. There's a place called the Leo Mall. It was not a mall.
We've got to
have
him. We got to have him on the show, and then we've got to do we need to walk him.
We should
down
do
the
a live cast on a Saturday or a Sunday and go for a hike, so to speak, when it's warm out. Not now, not this time of year. Take him back to some of the areas around here. He did one in Valley Forge Park.
I recently tried to get up to the top where the lookout was.
My dad took me there when I was a kid.
I went the wrong way, and you can't get there that way. At least not with your family.
We came out here at least 2 times. So I was here for when they had the Conestoga wagons come in 1970.
I was looking at 1976. Yeah.
76.
A wagon train.
My father was a huge. It was a military guy.
I lived here. I still have the button that said VIP Ask Me, so people could come and say, "Hey, 8-year-old, where's the mall?"
I didn't know what any of this place was. I didn't know, So we came in, and they had the Clydesdales. And my biggest memory of the Clydesdales was one of them took a piss, and I was like, Dad, that horse could have filled a bucket.
Yeah.
You know, it was like unbelievable how big a horse a Clydesdale is.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
the Woods at Valley Forge, there were the family and I went up there because I was talking to when we were kids, we found the forge.
Yeah.
It's back behind
I just watched a whole video
farm.
at the history of Valley Forge.
And
they talk about that forge.
I was trying to take them there over the summer. We couldn't get there. You can't go there anymore.
You know that.
And I tried every way I knew to get there, and I couldn't get there. And I was so pissed because I'm like,
So is it in the center in that?
no, it's over by Wayne where they fly the airplanes.
Okay.
You go down Valley Creek Road. You go right around, like you come around the covered bridge, and then you start leaving the park.
Which was my next
There's a
conversation point.
There's a parking lot there. It's kind of behind the parking
Okay.
lot. Like if this,
I know exactly where
if
you're
this is
talking.
the lot, and this is where they fly the model airplanes. It's like diagonally between the two. It's right back there.
A tree fell on the bridge and it got fucked
Oh
up.
yeah, it's just yeah. They fixed it finally, but yeah, we wandered off back there, and there's like this huge crater and some cars in it and stuff. And then you go around, there was like an old forge just sitting there, like, and it's amazing. It's like, have people come back here. It's not that. It's not like we were like, it's like we were playing Pitfall to get back there. It's a trail. You just walk back.
Mm-hmm.
But they keep a lot of that stuff hidden. I mean, like, if you're at the chapel at Valley Forge, if you look downhill, there's a house in the middle of the field. I don't even know what the hell that is. All I know is we used to sled there. One night we were sledding late at night, and we were like 16 years old or so. We just all wrecked at the bottom, like hit each other. It was like fucking Thunderdome. We're in a giant pile of like blood and just bruises. And we're just like, my friend just jumps up, runs over to the house, and rings the fucking doorbell. We're all like, oh, run back up the hill. Like, I don't know if anybody lives there. Like, for all I know, like George Washington's ghost will come out or something.
Right.
But there's a ton of places, or like all the places around here now that are gone. You grow up living in the same place. You watch that shit vanish, and it sucks.
Most of the places that I hung out, the bars and they're all gone.
Yeah. Yeah, the tower I talked about.
They're talking about tearing down the FU Center now.
It's not the FU Center anymore.
Whatever the fuck it's called now.
I don't know if they're
I don't think they're going to tear it down. I think
I think they're going to build a new venue.
They're going to put the WBA in.
Yeah,
there.
they want to put the WNBA in there.
Let's see if they do that.
Yeah,
because they said that
they're not making any money.
When it was Spectrum and Spectrum 2, we're going to keep the Spectrum around, and I was, because that was like
missed the Spectrum.
Cut my teeth going to concerts there.
You guys, they should have kept it at the Core State Center. Then they got rid of that.
Stop getting corporate sponsors.
FU Center.
Give it a fucking name.
I'm waiting.
And then they got rid of that.
I'm waiting when it's the
you give it a corporate. You give it a name, and then
the
sponsored
Kotex
by.
Tampon
Stop
Stadium.
naming it after the place.
Yeah. It just
shit.
It's had like 4 different names.
God, it pisses me the fuck off.
I remember we skated down there after a Flyers game, my team, when it was the FU Center.
Yeah.
Like now when I think about it, I can't remember the Wachovia Center, the Wells Fargo. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm just like the FU Center.
The place where the Flyers do their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think when it came out, it was the Core State Center.
Was it Core States first or Wachovia first?
I think it was Core State.
Core States. And
Core
then
State, then Wachovia.
They should have just called it
First Union.
Spectrum 2, sponsored by.
Yeah. It's just I knew that. I'm so glad.
Because the Spectrum was the fucking
There you
Spectrum.
I am
and
so
the vet
glad
was the vet.
they got rid of that whole thing, honestly. You know what I mean? Let Center City be Center City.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
That was not
That was a
good.
horrible. Philadelphia does not have the infrastructure or the parking,
No.
First of all, I'm not
or
going
the
to
public
see-
transportation to support that.
Yeah.
You can do it in New York City.
Yes,
you can
we'll
do
call
in
it the
Brooklyn.
Tom's World Center.
There you go.
Yes, that's what we're going to call
Well,
it.
it's that time again, fellas.
PWC.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, it is. Holy
it
crap!
is.
Yeah.
So I gotta get back to reality. So we got TK2 coming up at Sweeney's on January 31st with Rat Rod.
Yep, Electric Church, Boss Hydro.
Local legends, as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, yes, they are. And actually, one of the main reasons I'm here on such short notice, to let everybody know, I actually asked Paul, I was like, can I come on today? Because I really want to push the original songs, original bands. Not that we're getting lost. I just feel like we really need to make a push.
It's going to happen.
We need to make this push to the original music scene back. And there are some venues out there that are willing to have the originals.
Well, we're trying to
out.
make that happen at the Water Tower now.
Yes.
And I'm
That'd
gonna
be perfect for it.
So if I can get that show off with Studweiser, and
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
But we need support. That's the whole thing. It's support of the people
And more
other
than an
musicians.
underwire support.
Yes, more than an underwire. Yes,
Yeah, they hurt anyway.
The double D's, triple D's. Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Terrifying.
So that Sweeney's gig, Boss Hydro, Edmund Michaels works his ass off to put these things together, and I really want to make it worth the while.
Well, I will be
really,
there,
really push,
barring any unforeseen physical, diseases. I will be there. See, it's already starting. No, I'll be there.
Not a disease. That was that bean.
And we'll also have the week before. You and I will be at the Water Tower.
Yes, the Water Tower
with Coverfire and Old School.
That's gonna be
January 25th.
Epic show. I think it's gonna be a lot of energy in that room.
Water Tower in Oaks, Pennsylvania.
A lot of energy.
So I'm looking forward to that. And we've got Old School this Saturday at Peppers in King of Prussia. I'm sorry, at Screwballs in King of Prussia.
Screwballs.
With Deej on vocals. And then next weekend we've got Old School with Bob Chavis and Deej at Peppers. That was the one. And then we're at the Water Tower with Coverfire on Saturday the 25th with just Deej. At some point it'll be, both vocalists, and we'll get that rolling. But for now it is what it is. And then I've got a bunch of Instinct shows coming up between the end of February and through March, and I will keep you posted on that. Ultimate Live Evil show on March 15th, and Harris on February 28th, I think it is. Got a lot of shows coming.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's not a leap year because I don't know what I would do. So anyway, what is that?
You're doing that.
I'm jingling. I'm
jingling.
Jingling.
It's jingle in the bag with empty bottles on it.
So that's it, man. It's 9:02, so get the fuck out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So,
woo!
Thank you. All right, we'll be back next week, same time, same place. So thank you, everybody. Thank Tom for bringing some friends. Hope you guys come back. I hope we weren't too ridiculous, boring, or whatever. But yeah, Tom, we gotta work on that.
Y'all phone?
Where was that when we were talking about the Sixers thing?
That would have
that would have been topical and shit. Oh, for Christ's sake.
They were going to ruin Chinatown.
They were. So, all right, we're out, everybody. Diego, thank you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we'll see you guys next time. Wait. February 7th is Tom's 50th birthday.
What?
Oh.
I thought he was 30.
The hell you that old for? Or that young, or whatever the hell.
Maybe he put the wrong numbers in there.
Wait, February 7th.
So it's on the 5th, and he's 70?
No. It's February 7th, but I'm sure he's not 50, though.
Well, if you want to celebrate with me, Tom, I'll be at McStew's on February 8th with Old School.
Oh, there you go.
With Deej and Bob Chavis.
That would be a drunkening.
And that's not too far from you, buddy. I know it's not too far.
I need that on video.
We could have a good time. 1975.
So we're talking about the bicentennial, and he's like, "What the hell is that?"
Very bad cars.
Yeah.
Smog-riddled, bumper overcasted malaise.
That's what I always think about.
The rust buckets.
Yeah. All right.
Give me a
Vega.
Oh, God. Worst motor ever put in a car.
Not a Pinto?
No, I'll take a Pinto
was
before
a
a
death
Vega.
trap. Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
You know what pissed me off really quick? A couple of years ago, you said something about a Vega, and I'm like, oh my God, wow, I haven't even thought of that. And then I started seeing them like every week for like the next 6 months.
Really? I haven't seen a Vega in years.
Vega hatchback.
We were driving down the road like the week you said that. We're driving somewhere, and I saw a Vega. I'm like, son of a bitch, the Matrix just glitched.
Dude, it's a punch buggy.
When I was in college, I knew a girl. Her and her father, they put a 350 in a Vega somehow.
Yeah, that was really popular. Small block 350 Chevy motor.
I would think they would have ripped the shit out of it.
No, it was really popular.
I'm sure they took the transmission and put a different transmission.
I would hope so.
Certainly
yeah.
wasn't the little inline 4 that was in there.
Right.
Tranny.
Pintos only blow up if you slam the hatch reel. The hatch
doesn't.
or just kick him in the back.
Pintos don't blow up.
Yeah, they do.
That was a...
No, that's real.
No.
Yeah.
There were a couple of gas tanks that went rupture.
Our neighbor had a Pinto.
Like
we were
the
playing
old
stickball. I hit it with a
C10s.
tennis
The
ball.
C10s
blew
with
up.
the gas tanks
Yeah,
behind
the gas tank behind the back seat.
That wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, that wasn't a good idea.
No.
You smell something? No, I just farted, honey. Don't worry about a thing.
No, but honey, I would like to die in an immolation right
Hold
now.
on, let me light up in the boom.
No, it was when they rolled over. It would like rip the gas tank off and spark, and everyone would roast.
Oh well.
A lovely decade.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, we're out.
Goodbye.
See you. Be ya. Bye.